Hello, Darby and Jack. How you guys doing today?
Good,
Good. How
thank
are
you.
you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for this because, all right, come on. Who doesn't love Clifford? Darby, did you grow up with Clifford? Tell me your connection because I see him right next to you there.
Yes, I totally grew up knowing who Clifford was and loving the books. And my grandparents were teachers, and so they always read the books to their students, to my parents, and to my sister and I. So once I got this audition, I was just over the moon and super excited to, have the chance to bring this character to life.
I can imagine. And Jack, how about you? Like, were you like a Clifford fan or,
Yeah,
let it all out.
I had read the books as a kid. They aren't quite as big in the UK as they are over in America. But the minute I signed up to do the film, my phone absolutely blew up with friends of mine, mainly from the States, who are messaging me going, "You do not mess this up. This is a very important part of my childhood. The pressure is on Whitehall." And so, yes, it was not lost upon me the importance of the task that we had.
I can imagine. Now, Darby, I want to ask you, in terms of shooting this, obviously you don't have a big giant dog there in front of you. And a lot of times when you're using green scene or you have to use your imagination, it's kind of something that's, the proportion. But here you are having to imagine this big, giant red dog. Tell me a little bit about shooting that and what it was like to use that kind of imagination. It's a real stretch, but good job you did.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it totally was. I mean, there was a 10-foot puppet there that resembled Clifford, and so there were two puppeteers controlling him, and they were just brilliant. I mean, it kind of felt like there was a real dog on set when we were filming. I mean, the way that they, controlled him and things like that, and
Yeah.
it definitely was a little bit difficult, but I think it was fun and it was a great experience, and it turned out great. I think working with a real dog might have even been more difficult. So
I think so. Yeah. You never know. Yeah. Stick with the puppets. Stick with the puppets for sure. And Jack, for you, now I gotta just say that you and Darby had phenomenal chemistry. Like honestly, so I think that you should be a new comedy duo, and you need to take her on the road with you.
Absolutely, yeah. Next time I go on tour, I'm taking Darby with me. We can do our little comedy double act, and maybe we could even borrow the Clifford puppet that they used to stand in for Clifford in the movie, and we could do some physical set pieces with the puppeteers. It could be a whole show.
I think you got something going on in there. But seriously though, why did you guys connect so well? Honestly, I just felt like you were, niece and uncle and just having such a good time, and it felt so natural. So Jack, start telling me why you loved working with Darby so much.
Well, I think we became fast friends because we realized that we had quite a lot in common. I mean, the first, point of similarity was the fact that we both were huge One Direction fans, and we could bond over our love of One Direction, and in particular Mr. Harry Styles. So there was a lot of listening to One Direction on set. There was a lot of discussion of their oeuvre, and that was really the thing that we first bonded over.
Oh, okay. So Darby, tell me a little bit about working with Mr. Jack Whitehall. I want to know how hard it was not to keep breaking up into laughter being around him.
I mean, it definitely was difficult. There, I think, were a lot of bloopers. They showed a blooper reel at the rap party, and a lot of them were just laughing. And there was one scene in particular where I couldn't get a line right, and it was really hilarious because Mr. Jack kept adding on to make it even more funny. And that was a super fun scene. But I think also we bonded over One Direction too, which really showed through the screen. I mean, I think everybody really kind of like caught that there was something there, and it was One Direction and Harry Styles.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would have bonded as well with the two of you over that. But was there any other band, like maybe, move on to like a BTS or NSYNC or anybody else, or was it just One Direction?
It was mainly One Direction. Were BTS even a thing when we were filming Clifford? Have
I
they been
think
around that long? We filmed it so long ago.
Yeah.
I think they were, but I
BTS
didn't
were
really know
featured
who
in
they
the
were.
trailer. That was my first actual introduction to BTS, I'm ashamed to say. That's how out of the loop I am. That's how entrenched I am with One Direction, that it wasn't until the trailer launched I was like, who is that song by? And my Twitter lit up with people telling me it was BTS. And now,
Yeah, well, that's okay. Listen, it's always good to, get on board whenever you get on board. Now, Darby, I want to know, why do you think people connect so well to Clifford? And although it's a lot of fun, there's some serious stuff going on too, of course, with your character, and it deals with bullying. And so why do you think that people are connecting, and why does Emily Elizabeth and Clifford just connect so well with each other too? Like, because they help each other.
Yeah, they totally do. And I think that, they're similar in many ways. Clifford is, very different from other dogs and anything out there. And Emily was struggling at school with being made fun of and things like that, and just kind of feeling a little isolated and alone. And so I think when they find each other, they kind of, equal each other out and, help each other to grow and learn from each other. And I think it's so special, and everyone's going to love to see their relationship on screen, and what they learn and how they help each other. And I think that's going to be super special and nostalgic too for a lot of people watching it who grew up on Clifford as well.
Yes, 100%. Now, Jack, of course, look, he was stand up here in Canada. Oh, God, we love you here. And I know, it's great to see you breaking out into these films, but I got to ask, who is a bigger diva? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson or Clifford the dog?
I mean, they're both very similar. They both need to be fed a lot of protein, and they're both of a similar stature, and both iconic in their own way. So I would say yes. I mean, for me, they're on a par.
Yeah, really. Okay, so what is it like for you to now kind of be able to get back on stage, be in front of live audiences? I know you're going to be in the UK and you're going to be doing a tour with your parents. Yeah. Very fun. But for you as a stand-up, especially over COVID and everybody, was isolating and you could not be there in front of an audience. What was that like, or what's it like for you to be back and be able to share this joy with us?
Amazing. Yeah, it's so great to be able to get back up on stage and to have that buzz of connecting with a live audience and sharing in that communal experience of live performance. And it's been a long time coming. I did a tour just before the pandemic, and it finished in February 9th, 2019, and I got it in just in time, and then obviously we had the year that we had, and it's so nice to be able to get kind of back on stage and to be doing stand-up, because it is something that I love.
Yeah, it's great to see you. And are you going to continue with more films, and is this a path that you want to continue with?
Yeah, hopefully, with any luck, I'll be able to do some more movies, but I also am riddled by imposter syndrome, and think at any moment someone's going to come tap me on the shoulder and tell me that my 5 minutes is up and I have to go back to England and do gigs in pubs to 30 people. But for now, I'm very happy that I'm getting the opportunity to do movies like Clifford.
Yeah, we're happy to see you too. And Darby, what's coming up next for you? You're such a great talent, and always love seeing you and everything you do. You're just such a lovely young lady. So what do you have coming up next?
Thank you. Yeah, hopefully the spring. We don't know when it's going to come out, but there's a mini series that I filmed this summer called Gaslit, starring Julia Roberts and Sean Penn, and it's about Watergate. And so I'm really excited for everyone to see that.
Oh yeah, just Julia Roberts and Sean Penn, no sweat. Do you get a little nervous around these people, or you just keep calm and cool and collected?
I definitely got a little bit nervous on the inside, but on the outside, I was pretty cool and collected, but it was, I still got pretty nervous.
Oh, you guys are great. I love Clifford so much. Thank you so much for bringing us joy in this film. We needed it after this crazy last 2 years. And happy holidays to you both. What a pleasure to talk to you today. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Cheers, man.
Thank you.
Okay, bye guys. Bye-bye.